Welcome, everybody, to the latest episode of Topic Thunder here on the Top 10 Show. I am John Roca.
I am the man who shall not be named. You ready to jump in?
You know how we do this? You patrons, you send in your topics. We answer them. It could be from anything in the world, any area of the world, any avenue, any subject, any topic, and we answer them for you. So, yeah, let's jump into this thing. What do you got?
All right, this is from YT. It says,
Okay.
Hey, Matt and John, love the show, and Topic Thunder is something I tune into each week.
Thank you.
Love that you interact with fans so much. Now on to my topics. Will the success of The Mandalorian get Disney to revisit his plans for Star Wars? Basically, will this lead to more movies or just TV?
Good question.
Yeah.
I love The Mandalorian. I'm enjoying it very much. It's gotten a bit more, how can I say this, a bit more fan-friendly over the last couple of episodes.
Okay.
Not necessarily a bad thing, but I liked the way it began, which was more grittier, more darker, more of a samurai western type vibe.
Yeah.
So I'd like it to do that, but it's certainly its own thing, and who knows what it's going to lead to. It all depends on whoever's in charge and what they want to do going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it makes any plans. The only thing that's been killing me about The Mandalorian, I guess, spoiler alert, since we're talking about it, the past few episodes have been basically 90s drama, where there is an overarching theme, but problem that's brought up in first act is resolved by third act.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
They show up on the planet, and the planet got raided, and they take care of the raiders, and they leave. And then the next one is this, and something comes up.
They're insular episodes.
It's like the Hulk. There's the continuing theme of he's got to move on.
Yeah.
But he's bounds into town, craziness ensues, and then he leaves.
Yeah.
So the past few episodes, it's been kind of like that. You're like, all right, let's get back to what you were, but I understand what you're doing and why you're setting up the character this way. I'm assuming that was Esposito at the end of the last one.
Yeah, you think
I'm
it is?
assuming.
Okay.
It makes sense. You're already this number in.
Yeah.
He was prominently displayed in the trailers.
Yeah, true. Very good points.
So
it's time for him to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's a guess.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I haven't seen him at all. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would say. And, as far as movies, I don't know if The Mandalorian will translate into the films because it's set at a certain time.
Yeah.
But I think it should inspire more television. Sure, I'm down with that.
Yeah. And perhaps he's saying or he or she, I guess, is saying with the success of the one, will it get them off the we're done with Star Wars for a while schneid?
Oh.
But no one believes.
Yeah, no.
Next one, Knives Out had a great opening weekend. Do you think studios will invest in and create more original content?
No.
Nope. It sucks.
Nope. I think streaming services will.
Sure.
I don't think studios will.
No, because they need to make $1 billion now.
Yep. The bar's been raised.
It just now that the possibility is that,
Yeah.
then you need to be striving for that. And something like Knives Out maybe can do like a fifth of what one of those movies could do.
Right.
Like if it was crushing, it would do about a fifth, a quarter max.
A quarter, I think. Yeah, it's max.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah.
But it won't. Since when is Hollywood original? And just because there's an original hit doesn't make them go, you know what, we should do more.
Right.
No, the safer choice is to take a pre-existing.
Also, this is the time of the season, or the year rather, when these kinds of films come out, which is November and December, a little bit in October, that are not necessarily blockbuster films, right? The standard studio fare that you see in the summer, and now creeping into February and March, and even January a little bit. Like this is the time of the year in Italy when you get this more adult fare, this more original content, because fans are conditioned to look for the alternate programming and Oscar type of stuff. So why not? But that doesn't mean it'll be now they're going to do this all the time.
Yeah.
No way.
No.
All right. What's next?
If you could live in any era except the current one, which one would you choose?
Now, I lived in the 80s already. Does that count, or do you mean going back?
I would say going back before.
Okay.
Except what you've lived through.
It's tough.
What would you choose? You wouldn't just go right into character in Old West?
No, are you kidding, man? There was no medical care, really. There was no, you couldn't brush your teeth. Like, dude, are you kidding? You had to take a shit out in an
outhouse is all you. I see you.
Yeah, sure.
With a decked out nice outhouse. Hat rack. You can sit down and take your sweet time.
Spend most of my time out there, right? But no thanks, man. It's not my jam at all. But I would go back. This is a tough question because, like, I'd love to go back to the 50s.
Okay.
But
sure.
would a guy like me survive in the 50s? I don't know. Would I be able to have a house and do those kinds of things? Or, it wasn't a lot of people of color surviving and doing well and thriving in the 50s. So I don't know, other than Ricky Ricardo. So if I could be with Ricky Ricardo,
Yeah.
I'd be all right with that.
But I think it also has to be like, okay, how many second generation of your Latino heritage, then you could stack up. How do they do in the 50s? Because
Yeah.
that's a real testament as opposed to direct immigrants. That's
Right.
a different road.
Yeah, it's fair.
Entirely.
So I'm second generation. So yeah, fair point. I would be, or first generation
Yeah,
American.
that I don't know.
I think I'd survive okay in the 50s.
First generation, by and large, every immigrant group,
Right.
you do the lowest rung because you're the newest.
Yeah.
It's our societal hazing. We're not going to give you the best jobs. Like, you just got here.
Yep. Yeah. That's the way it goes.
It is.
And you come out. Look, you're coming out of the war. You won the war.
Mm-hmm.
Korea's not really that big of a deal in terms of the scope of people that had to go. You got Eisenhower. You got Truman leading you into Eisenhower, and that to me is that's the right era to be in.
Okay.
And America is happy. America is booming. America is like the paragon that you want to be, the country that you want to be in. And the music is great. It's happy. It's fun music.
Sure.
Everything is cool. So the 50s would be my choice.
All right.
Yeah. What about you?
I don't know, because there are all kinds of different periods of history that I
Yeah.
would love to go and check out.
Okay.
But the easiest one for me is just throw a dart at a specific range within Roman time, and I want to see what Rome was like.
This says live, man. So would you live
Yeah.
in Roman times?
Yeah,
All right.
just to see. You kidding me? Like, they had a lot of modern conveniences, but you don't have this drudgery of, well, depending on who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what my job is. I mean, this is fantasy, so clearly I'm not going back to dig ditches. So I'm doing something that I
Be a
enjoy.
wiper. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever the case is. I'm going back to, I have some sort of means. I don't have to be, a freaking the most wealthy individual. I don't care about any of that.
You want to be like Kevin McKidd. You in Rome. You want to have a decent spread.
Kevin McKidd?
Yeah, that's the name of the actor who plays that guy in Rome.
Oh.
The main guy in Rome. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. You'd
Sure.
want a decent spread.
Sure.
Yeah.
Have something to go back to.
Exactly.
A little something of my own.
Did I tell you that Lindley won't watch Rome? She said to me, because I tried to make her watch it, because I know we both love the show.
Yeah.
She goes, it's historically inaccurate. I can't handle it. I would go insane.
Sure it is. But we only have
Yeah.
we only have so many references of what actually happened during
Right.
a lot of that.
Yeah.
Some things it's a singular source. Just because, guess what? Barbarians came in and burnt a lot of that city to the ground.
Yeah, good point.
It's just like Carthage when the Romans destroyed that.
Oh, yeah.
They literally burnt every house, building, everything to the ground.
Yeah.
That was the edict of the military of after you siege warfare, after you destroy them,
Yeah.
tear it, raise it to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want any. So all their literature and their history and all that gone.
Yeah.
We can guess.
Yeah.
We can piece together from these other things like a few surviving artifacts, but the rest of their history is utterly lost to the sands of time.
Yeah.
It's like, so we have a lot about Roman times, but at the same time, like, what was the day-to-day like? What was the bathroom and the baths, actually like? Because a lot of them were heated with geothermal stuff and whatnot. Like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And there's still a delivery system, and there's hierarchy of governments and whatnot, and there's international travel. You can go to something that takes much, much longer.
Yep.
But the empire is set in the Mediterranean, so you can rifle around. Like, I would love to see all of that. Mm-hmm. But to live there, I guess that is my choice.
Okay. All right. What's the next one?
Would you ever take a cruise, and if so, where?
I want to take a cruise at least once. I've never done it. I don't know where you go. Maybe the Mediterranean, like the Europe and stuff, like
Sure.
Italy and all that kind of area, Greece and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun.
You can do
I'd
that
be
one.
down with that.
They have some that run down like the Rhine River, and you can see, France and Germany from that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
They're the
down.
ones up to Alaska that are supposed to be really incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done one in the Bahamas, but I was like 15, so I didn't really appreciate it.
What are the negatives of a cruise?
You're stuck on a boat,
Okay.
and
Is it smelly? Are people like
I don't. It was
dicks?
so long ago, but no,
Okay.
everybody seemed to be in a good mood.
Okay.
On ours, it was whatever food you wanted was part of the ticket.
Right. It's
And-
a buffet essentially.
Yeah, drinks were extra and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But I was a kid. Like, my brother gambled a little bit
Oh, cool.
because you're out on international waters
Right,
eventually,
right.
so there are no laws. But I didn't. He was, of age or roughly of age. Yeah, he was
Right.
18 at
Okay.
that time, so it's fine. I don't know. I might do it again. I'm not
Okay.
against it, but it's not something I'm longing to do.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, but I hear the Mediterranean ones are great.
I'm down. I like it.
Yeah. All over the boot. What is the dumbest professional sport? What?
I don't know.
Oh, you looked agitated like you
That's
knew
because
that
I
there
can't think
was
of it. I can't think of a dumb one.
Professional sport?
Yeah.
Okay, how are we defining professional? Actually make a living at it, or get paid occasionally?
I
and
think what you said
actually
first.
making a living.
Yeah.
I think so too, because then it is professional.
Right.
Like you're making it's a trade. Darts.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me that there is. Good on you if you're really good at darts, but I don't know how this draws a crowd. I don't know how you make money.
Bowling.
Bowling at least makes more sense to me than darts.
Yeah. Bowling feels more active.
Yes, it feels more like a sport. You could pull something bowling.
Right.
You could. If you like whip the ball, you're trying to go for a specific thing and just you miss a line. And darts, I don't think so.
Yeah.
If all those guys with beer guts are crushing it, I don't think it takes a lot of musculature to succeed at this.
What about snooker? Whatever that is, snooker or something like that. I can't remember. It's some kind of game.
I know
called
the name.
snooker.
I've never seen it played. I don't know exactly what it is.
I don't know what the dumbest. I mean, I guess those are the answers. It's like darts. That seems to be the dumbest one. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. It says, thanks for all you do. Keep it up. I'll be looking forward to meeting you in Toronto if you ever make it up there.
Oh.
It's in the works.
We got to put that in motion.
We are trying.
All right. Next one comes from Peter N. Hi, guys. Just want to throw out a couple of quick topics, and thanks for reading them. What did you think of The Irishman? Have you seen it, Matt?
Yeah. Do we want to say spoilers for The Irishman?
Sure. Spoilers.
We can set an alarm.
Okay.
How long you want to go on for?
I don't know, 5.
Okay,
maybe
we'll
less.
go for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Specifically from right now, and we will stop it after 5 minutes, starting now.
Sounds good.
Countdown has begun. Did you like it? Mm-hmm. How much did you like? What would you 1 through 10? What do you give it?
I give it about an 8, 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I really did. 3.5 hours, saw it in the theater. Didn't want to piss once, which was surprising. Really enjoyed what De Niro did and Pacino and Joe Pesci did. I like what Scorsese. I was really surprised that a 3.5 hour movie kept my attention the whole time, and I was not bored. And
True.
Maybe there's an extra 15 to 20 minutes of the film that are not necessary, but it's the last time we're going to see these guys all together. So fuck it, I don't care. I had a good time.
Yeah, that I was fine with.
Yeah.
So a friend texted me after he knew I saw it, and he's like, "What between 10?" That's why I gave it to you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, a 7 to an 8, so I guess a 7.5.
Okay.
Because there are things that 3.5 hours flew by.
Yeah.
Literally flew by.
Pretty surprising.
It did. The de-aged De Niro and Pesci didn't look de-aged enough for Pesci to be calling him kid. So I was like, well, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
I don't understand. How old is De Niro supposed to be in this then? Because he looks like he's in his late 40s.
Yeah.
But he's calling him kid. So is he supposed to be in his 20s?
Well, the problem, too, is, like, the de-aging doesn't de-age the body. So
True.
When De Niro is beating up that florist or the meat produce guy, whatever, the guy who owns the shop,
Yeah,
the
he still
grocer, he looks like a 70-year-old trying to hit a guy in his 30s. Like the stomps. That isn't the De Niro I know from Goodfellas.
Yeah.
You know, the rapidity of those stomps were brutal. But watching it here, you're just like, oh, this old man's going to fall over in a second, right? But he doesn't look like he's old.
No.
But his body acts like it's old.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's young either.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought the Vincent Gallo stuff, the Sebastian, you didn't need it.
Vincent Gallo.
The Sebastian Maniscalco comes in. He's the mobster that's always wearing glasses.
Oh,
and then De
yeah.
Niro,
The Jewish mobster.
Yeah, clips him.
Right.
I think he's Italian. Wasn't that
Oh,
Gallo?
is he Italian?
I thought it was Vincent Gallo.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They killed him down in Little Italy. Was supposed to be safe territory.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I was thinking about the guy who has the dry cleaners. He was
Was
wasn't that guy Jewish? I thought that guy was Jewish.
And that is another mobster of repute.
Yeah. He was trying to get
And
him
then
to...
the Keitel guy that ran Philly,
Yeah,
and stopped him,
Keitel.
was like, "No, you can't do that. You can't
Keitel
do
was
that."
great.
And that I found the how someone has a rabbi in Pesci and keeps him. That's an easily. Had you gone through with that, A, they'd kill you.
Yeah.
But B, even for the mistake of not doing the due diligence of research, they could go, he's not worth it. But
Right.
Pesci's willing to stand up. That I loved. But like the Gallo, I guess I could have cut. the de-aged, it's a 7.5. Maybe it's an 8. Maybe it's a 7. I don't know.
Did Pacino bother you at all? Because he was doing his whole antics of yelling. And
No,
blah,
I
blah,
liked
blah.
him. Pesci was my favorite.
Of course. Yes.
It wasn't even close.
Yep. I've probably said this to you before, but like to me, he steals every one of these films that he does with De Niro.
Okay.
I think he does. I think he steals Goodfellas. I think he steals Casino. I think he steals Raging Bull.
See, I don't think he steals
here.
Raging Bull.
You know, really? Oh, I love him in Raging Bull.
Casino, he comes in like a firecracker every time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard not to steal every scene. Yeah, Goodfellas is a real. I think De Niro's third fiddle in that movie.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you.
It focuses on Liotta, but Pesci does. He's flat out magnetic.
Yeah. I loved him here, man.
Yeah, no, he was my favorite. But every time he was on, just this calm, cool, collected.
Yeah.
As dumb as it is to give your buddy a decoder ring, this big thing. Only 3 people in the world got this big, ridiculous ring, but at the same time, it's kind of like, that's cool.
Yeah.
This stupid, boyhood shit as adults.
I know, right? It's always the way it goes. And I also liked that first scene with him and De Niro at the truck was great. And then how it pays off later. You know what I'm saying? And the conversations. And you're right. That sequence where De Niro comes in and they said, if you got a good friend here, if you hidden vouch for you, you'd be dead.
You would be.
And Pesci doesn't say a word.
No, he just kind of sits there and smiles at him.
Smiles at him, right.
But he knows De Niro's a good guy.
Yes.
He's like, look, one of the few around here, trust me, he's good people.
Yeah.
And I will go to bat for him because I know this was just,
And when they had the conversation about Hoffa, it's like so just matter of fact.
Change of plans. We're flying up there today.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to the meeting? We got to take care of this thing.
Yeah. It's just
You
done.
both know it. I did everything I could. And after having been saved by him, there's no way he's going against Pesci.
Oh, no, exactly.
Yeah.
No, he's
That's
got to
his
do the
rabbi.
job. Yeah.
Hoffa's his buddy. This is his rabbi.
Yep.
I know they say that because I've learned that in cop shows. You got to have a rabbi, like an older vet cop, to help you work through the politics of apparently local police.
Oh, wow.
That's
what they call it?
Yeah, you need a rabbi.
Okay.
At least a bunch of New York based. That's what they call it.
Okay. Interesting. I enjoy all the way through. And the acting. Oh, there we go. All right.
All right, there's
That's
the
our
5 minutes.
All right. I'm a big fan of Mindhunter. This is the next thing from Peter N. If you could have any director direct a TV show, who would it be, and what would the subject matter be? Well, that's it for this time. Thanks again for reading my questions. All the best, Pete. So, Mindhunter. If you could have any director direct a TV show, who would it be, and what would the subject matter be?
Who would make a super interesting TV show, though? Like Denis Villeneuve?
Sure.
Or
I like Taika Waititi.
But he's done that
I guess
kind of.
with What We Do in the Shadows. You're right. Good point, Matt.
And you could make, I guess, could you do JoJo as a show? Probably not. I think the beauty of Hitler in that is that it's a one-off.
Yeah. It's a good question.
Let's see. Yeah, I would start with directors, just sort of start there, because then subject matter, you can do whatever you want. If you want to do the same true crime stuff like Mindhunter.
Yeah. I would love to see Coogler. Let's say Coogler.
Okay.
Do a boxing show, but like from the beginning, which is this is a guy who gets into the business of boxing. So we watch him as he builds his career season by season by season.
Okay.
So like win the championship, lose the championship. What does he do to get back into the championship? Then get it again. Then who does he fight off? Then lose it. Politics of promoting the promoters, the politics of the people who are the head of the WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO, negotiating TV contracts, negotiating deals with DAZN. There's so much to explore in the boxing world now that would be very interesting if you wrote it really, really well.
Yeah, I don't know if there's enough general public love of boxing to carry a show like that.
That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, look at Friday Night Lights, high school football. That should be a winner.
Yeah.
And that struggled in the ratings.
It really did.
Sports is a tough one, as we found out on this show.
We really did.
When we do sports shows, they just don't do well, and people ask for them. Hey, with this season ending, are you going to do we'd love to, but nobody listens to those.
Yeah, the Venn diagram is small.
Yeah, it is small.
All right, you want to move on?
Yeah, let's move on. The next one is from the Chapman family, Down Under.
Yeah.
Hey, John and Matt. After the Founding Fathers recently won the championship belts at the Schmoedown, congrats.
Thank you.
I was really surprised to see John get so emotional during the after-match interview. I'm all over the place. I already lost it.
I love it. It's great.
It was great to see such pure, spontaneous emotion pour out of John. That John, that's more South African. And it showed just how hard he must work behind the scenes.
Sure.
Having said that, my question to both of you is, what is the most memorable moment during a speech or interview you guys have seen?
Okay.
Most memorable moment during a speech or interview you guys have seen. Okay, keep up the awesome work, and hopefully one day you can make Topic Thunder Down Under a reality. I'll have a few cold beers waiting for you here in Australia. Cheers, Cam Chapman.
Ooh.
It's always a possibility.
Now, the Thunder Down Under is like a strip thing.
Yeah.
So would we have to strip in the top 10 show?
Don't act like you don't own a Speedo.
No one. I do not own a Speedo. My body is not built for a Speedo, son.
I know, but for some reason I think you would have bought one at some point and been like, I'm going to work out to fit into this Speedo.
Oh, God. Maybe in my 20s in the military. But no. No, God, no. I've never been one of those guys. It's always the weirdest thing when you see the dude who have the Speedos in the gym or in the locker room. You're like, oh, why?
Yeah,
why?
I don't know why anybody wears tighty whities anymore. Like, why are those selling?
That's true.
But some people, prefer it, I guess. I don't know why. What's the most memorable moment during a speech or interview you have seen?
A memorable, I would have to throw this one out for right now is what I'm thinking about, is Jordan. Jordan's Hall of Fame speech where he just did not let go of any of the old grudges and just was a complete asshole.
Yep.
That is one of the most memorable speeches for that reason alone.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything because sports is a good outlet to getting to this because you could focus on the mistakes or the positives. Over and over and over again. I'm trying to think if there are like historical, because you could say like the Martin Luther King, but I didn't see that.
Yeah, right, exactly.
It is incredibly memorable. So what during my lifetime would be akin to that? Like I remember Obama's inauguration.
That was a great speech.
Yeah, that was a good speech, but I couldn't tell you what it was about, other than hope and change.
Yeah. Tom Hanks' Oscar speech, maybe?
From which one?
When he talked about when he from Philadelphia when he outed he didn't out, but when he talked about his professor who was gay and talking about what it meant for him as an actor and to achieve this kind of level of success, and then it's all emotional and breaks down. You never seen that speech? Oh, it's.
I'm sure I have. I didn't know that he outed the dude.
No. He said that the guy was gay, but I think they already knew he was gay. So, but In and Out, that movie.
Yeah.
Was from that because it took the premise of what if the guy wasn't out.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
How funny would that be? So, yeah.
The Ving Rhames with Jack Lemmon.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I remember
a good one.
that.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't believe what was happening as it was happening.
I've thought about that before where, I got nominated one year, and you go up there and win. It's kind of ridiculous because it's all subjective.
Yeah.
So this part just happened to resonate more, but to say that it was better in any way, it's it's apples and oranges.
Right.
So when see Ving Rhames do that, and there's no way I'm better than Jack Lemmon. I don't care what it is. That's respect. I grew up watching you, and you've been crushing it for so long. You got so many more miles, on your odometer. You know how to do this. I'm still learning. I hope to achieve, what you've gotten. It's hell yeah, man. Good for you.
What about Kanye ripping the thing away from Taylor?
Sure, that's memorable.
That's very memorable.
This was the greatest video of all time.
Yeah. All right. Should we move on?
Sure.
The Chapman Family. All right. You want to do one more?
Yeah, last one. Go for it.
Okay. It's Frank Montoya again. What's up, Frank? Hello and happy holidays, gents. Do you have any holiday favorites that are relatively unknown or don't get much play anymore? While I will always have a soft spot for the Rankin Bass holiday shows, one of my favorite Christmas TV movies will always be The Night They Saved Christmas, with Art Carney as Santa, Paul Williams as Ed the head elf, and Jacqueline Smith of Charlie's Angels fame as Claudia, the mother of the main family. Sadly, I haven't seen it in rotation on TV during the holidays anymore, though I do have a copy of it for myself. Wishing you and yours all the best. Thank you, Frank. I'm sure it's on YouTube.
Quite possibly. If it's not, I would save that copy because you could have one of the only ones in existence.
That's a fair point, yeah.
Because I remember the title.
Yes.
Couldn't tell you anything about this. And the fact that Art Carney is Santa, sure. Paul Williams, sure. The singer / somewhat actor.
Yeah.
And then Jacqueline Smith, that is a weird cast, man.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that?
No, I'm sure I have because I went on a run of those Rankin Bass things one year and I just watched them all.
Okay.
I recorded them on the 28 Days of Christmas or whatever on ABC Family.
Yeah, I may have seen it too.
Yeah.
I'm sure that I have. I know the title, but
I mean, my favorite is always going to be the Year Without a Santa Claus, where Heat Miser and Snow Miser.
Yeah.
That's my number one. It can't be.
Is that the one with Yukon Jack? Silver and gold.
Oh, is it Yukon Jack?
Silver and gold.
Oh, maybe that's
He
the
licks his
Yukon
pickaxe. He like flips it to find gold or
Oh
whatever.
no, that's a different one. Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that the Shiny New Year or something like that? The Rudolph.
No, it's another Christmas one.
Okay.
There's an abominable snowman.
Yeah, the Abominable Snowman. I remember that one. Oh, Yukon Jack.
Or is it Yukon Cornelius?
Rankin Bass. Oh, maybe it's. Yeah, I'm just going to type it. Yeah, Yukon Cornelius.
There you go.
It says Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for Yukon Cornelius. Okay. Yeah. He's an Arctic prospector who meets Rudolph and Hermie, little Hermie, while they're trying to avoid the abominable snow monster. Right. The Night They Saved Christmas. Is that what it's called?
Well, let's see, though. I'll try and...
Yeah, The Night They Saved
What
Christmas.
holiday favorite is relatively unknown and doesn't get played much anymore?
Oh, it's like an actual live-action movie.
Okay, that's what I was picturing in my head because I can't remember.
I probably have never seen this then.
Okay.
I thought it was one of those animated ones.
I mean, 84, if it was on TV and I happened to be home, then I watched it,
Okay.
kind of thing.
Okay.
Because who doesn't love Christmas when you're a little kid and say, there's more Christmas stuff?
Right.
I was all about it. So I ate up Christmas. It's magic. 1 month of the year. I know I'm getting presents at the end.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. For me, I'll always put The American Christmas Carol, which is the one with Henry Winkler, where he plays Scrooge, an American version of Scrooge.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that.
Yeah, it's a TV movie. Came out in 78 or 79.
Okay.
It's on Amazon. When I was sick last week, totally put it on in the morning, just sat and watched it. Hadn't seen it in forever. But it's one of those ones that nobody talks about when they talk about these Christmas carols. And I think it's a really good adaptation of it. It's a very American adaptation of it. But I think it totally works. He's a guy who's in a small town, who's like the head of the small town in terms of the money. He goes out on Christmas and takes, like, he calls in the debts of a lot of people and like rips, like one of the guys is like a bookseller and he like rips all the leather off the books and takes it for money and puts all the rest of the paper into the trash or into the fire. And he's just a kind of, and then it's Henry Winkler, like right out of Happy Days, like 2 years removed from Happy Days. So he's playing the old Scrooge, but he still has kind of that Fonzie joke aspect to him.
Okay.
So it works on a couple of times. So I enjoy that movie.
Yeah, I couldn't think of one.
Okay.
That's not in some sort of rotation for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Frank. I got nothing for you on that one.
Do you want to do another one before we go, since you don't have an answer for that one, or do you want to run it?
No, where are we at on time right now?
25 minutes.
I think we're good.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening to this episode of Topic Thunder. It's always great to hear from the fans, hear from our patrons who support us and love the show so much. To get your questions and answer your questions, always a blast. As you can tell, Matt and I put some time and thought into this thing and want to give you some good answers. So for those of you who are listening and maybe always hesitate to send something, send us something.
Yes, please. PatreonQA@gmail.com. If you can hear this, you can send a question, send a topic, whatever you want. Hit us up over there, PatreonQA@gmail.com.
Yeah, and we answer them all, have fun with doing it. So thanks everybody for listening. Any final things?
No, that's it.
All right, follow him at Matt Nost. Follow me at The Roca Says. And this has been Topic Thunder.